All right guys, welcome back to another flipping video. Today we have something very exciting. It looks kind of cooked right now, but let's get to it. Yep, you guessed it. The private track is underway and I'm absolutely stoked about this thing. And honestly, it's so exciting to just like get something new for the channel, because you guys see me ride like the usual track here at the house, which is always fun because, you know, it's just rip around. There's always like one line, but it's fun regardless. Yeah, so if my shirt looks kind of wet, it's because I was pouring concrete earlier and it was quite the mess. But this track I kind of had in mind is that I want to keep it open and I want to get the land to be able to do this. Obviously, I don't think I've shown you guys the new track, the first like prototype type deal, but basically I just had the idea of, you know, where I'm at, it's pretty sandy dirt, and sand riding is great, great practice just for everything. But yeah, so basically I just kind of messed around with some jumps here, and this is like nothing crazy at all. This is something super simple just to practice on. We actually just got a bunch of rain. I actually just rode earlier and then it like started pouring while I was riding, so I just stopped and went in and it started pouring. So yeah, that was pretty unfortunate, but pretty unfortunate that it started raining. But as you can see, like, I don't know if it like really does justice, but it's a lot of just like sand, and it's not like really tacky dirt, so it always stays pretty loose no matter what the condition is. Now this is like perfect, so I'll ride on this tomorrow, and we're supposed to get a little more rain tonight, so this will be really good conditions to ride on, get some braking bumps going, some deeper lines and some more solid lines and established lines, because a lot of these lines when we were riding earlier, you'll see when I get down here, but they were very loose and just not stable at all. So yeah, super excited to see what the rain does with this. But I as you can see, I took the tiller around and tilled up a bunch of stuff, and yeah, just kind of try to prep it, you know the deal. But yeah, here's like the first line I got going. I mean, you can kind of see just how everything kind of works up, and I mean, it's kind of sandy, like you can see just how loose it is, like call it Southwick or whatever. But yeah, pretty sick. This was part of the first track. Wasn't anything new I've done yet. I've rode on this for quite some time, and yeah, is this a golf ball? Oh my gosh, it's a golf ball. No way, it's half of a golf ball. What are the odds? So this is kind of like the corner that I really like to just get really deep. As you can see, it just opens up into a straight. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, well, Blake, like what's the plans with like jumps and stuff like that? So the goal for that is that obviously we don't have a lot of dirt around here. So when I do get some money, gonna get some dirt and build some pretty big jumps. I'm pretty stoked, and just to kind of make it my own, because tracks are just getting less and less around here, and there's not a lot to ride at that's not over an hour and a half away. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, so that's what we're doing here. I got the land and I got the permissions, so we're gonna keep it really nice and clean. We're gonna mow it, and we're gonna keep it, not gonna let it grow up. But yeah, I'm really just excited for this. It's a new beginning, I guess, for the channel and for me as a rider, because obviously I'm not gonna give up on this stuff. That's for sure. I know I haven't been on YouTube as much recently, and I've heard some people in person like, hey, I wish you'd post some more. So life's been super busy, and I know I've said that the past like 3 videos, but I really just want to do better and make it more of a priority. So that's the goal. But yeah, basically that whole straight right there, nothing fancy there. We'll get some jumps worked in eventually, but here's like the first like really like nice dirt we get into. So it sinks in. This is literally fresh lines earlier before the rain, and you can see how deep it gets, and the camera really doesn't show it, but it gets relatively deep, and it's really good practice just to work on body placement in the rut and everything of that sort. So this one kind of gets good too. So the idea here is to get an equal amount of right turns and an equal amount of left turns, just to get that balance. But right here is kind of like an S type deal. So we come in at a left turn, exit out at a right, and then make it down in this little straight. Obviously the track's going to get wider. This is just the first hill, but there's some things we got to fix. We learned today, rode with my cousin and we learned a lot. But yeah, this used to be an old soybean field and cornfield, so it's still getting established. I just literally tilled this up yesterday, so yeah. But I don't know what the idea here is. It'd be cool if we could do some like little whoops. That would be sick, but I don't know about that yet. Yeah, so coming in this first turn, I think, like I said, it just gets super sandy, and I think the more rain we can get, the more deeper this will get and we can till it. So what I might do is I might till it tomorrow after we get a little rain on it, and it might make it freaking prime. So we'll just see what it does. This kind of just shoots in a nice wide sweeping exit here, and then this is probably the best working line I got to work up today. You can kind of see the quad line here. It doesn't accommodate a quad in some of these turns as much, so I'm going to work on trying to opening these turns up more and making it more wide. So this is kind of the first issue we ran into. So you come in here and it's kind of just how the rut worked its way in, but it got super blown out and just super wide, and you can see it just shot me straight into the next corner, and that's not what we want. So the ideal is to come right through here and right up here, and then just to come into this next corner, and nothing too crazy here. The only problem is that with this corner is that it's pretty close to the straight right here, so you can suddenly see where the grass is in the straight. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of having this so sharp right here, we're going to open this up. We're going to have this come all the way out here and then wrap around and come back in up here, so it's not as, like, I guess, cumbersome right here. Make it a little more open and use more of the land efficiently. But yeah, so this kind of sweeps in through here. This was obviously a little bit of an issue today, but nothing too crazy. Especially for riding with two people, it's a little bit, you got to pay attention. But yeah, so this is like the fun little straight here. I kind of like this little S that was working up today. It's like you could kind of come in and you could just sink in and then go out and just scoop all the way around. But it's really interesting to me, these fields, the way like the dirt and the soil's like composed. Like right here it's really rich, and like back over there in that first turn was really rich, and then some areas it's just like flat sandy, and it's like, I don't get it, but it's just like the way the rain washes away. And I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I got some cool lines forming here. This is obviously really hard dirt, so we're gonna get it established, of course. I think after this rain tonight, we're gonna till it for sure, and then yeah, go from there. This is pretty loose, not very established at all, which is okay. You can see how soft it is. I mean, Lord. But yeah, this is, I'm thinking about making like a little double here. If I get dirt, it'd be cool to get a double to jump down and then hit this little turn here. I like this little like jog right here. It kind of breaks up the straight. It's not just a straight all the way down the field. The track, not the field. But yeah, you can kind of see the quad line here where my cousin was riding. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't accommodate a quad as well. So the goal is to make it wider and a little bit easier, a little more open. But definitely gives a cool like single track vibe, if that makes sense. So like, see a lot of these riders that are posting videos about, oh, look at this backyard track, and I love that. I rode a couple backyard tracks in my life, and I just love like the vibe. And so that's kind of like what I'm trying to achieve with this. Obviously I want effective like conditions and effective dirt and training, so that's the ultimate goal. And honestly, it's nice because I can do whatever I want with it. I can make whatever jumps I want, change whatever I want, till whatever I want, do whatever. So pretty nice. And if I'm training for something, I can accommodate the track to that specific track or race, whatever it may be. So I'm really excited for this. This is gonna be a really cool opportunity, something that I can really focus on. And yeah, I'm really stoked. But this just leads in right here into the jump and then takes you back around again. So yeah, pretty cool track. About a 40-ish second lap time, nothing too fancy. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas what to do with some of these straights, turns, rollers, whatever you guys think, feel free to throw them in the comments. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Hopefully I'm not shadow banned. But yeah, share the video with friends, and yeah, I'm really excited for what this brings. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys, and there's gonna be a lot more content coming soon for this track, for riding, for racing. Got a lot of things coming up, so super excited to share. Gonna make YouTube more of a priority. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Appreciate each and every single one of you. And I think it's about to rain, actually. That's all right.